Everyone, welcome back, and today I want to talk to you about some dermal or soft tissue fillers. And today I'm going to do a demonstration with Fabiola, the fabulous Fabiola. And Fabiola is in her early 40s, and just for full disclosure, she has had some fillers in the past. But just like anything with cosmetic, you need to do some updates, right? Nothing lasts forever, so you just can't do a dermal filler, a year ago, 2 years ago, and then expect it to last forever. So this is something that you need to update, probably like yearly or every couple of years. But anyway, so dermal fillers is probably one of my favorite things to do. It definitely helps to maintain that youthful appearance. And it's really important when you decide to get a filler who you go to. Of course, you want to choose an injector that's experienced, obviously licensed, and you also want to choose an injector that knows the anatomy of the face, including the vascular anatomy. But anyways, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start. And when I look at Fabiola, I think that some of the things that she is perhaps wanting is to have a little bit more volume in her cheeks, and she also wants to have a little bit more of a nasolabial improvement. Okay, so last two years ago is when you did some fillers. Okay, all right, so we're gonna get started. And she's already wiped down and everything, so I'm gonna put your head back for me. And the first thing I'm gonna do is get started on the cheeks. So what I'm gonna do is what I like to call a bolus technique, is where I'm gonna kind of sort of like lift up the cheek a little bit. Chin up a little bit for me. And then do a series of bolus technique, which I'm going to go all the way down to the periosteum, which is the bone. And I'm going to do about 0.1 cc on here. And then I'm going to go down a little bit further. Now, it does have a little bit of lidocaine in there, so she shouldn't feel too much pain. How are you doing?
Good.
Very good. And I'm going to lift this back up again and inject a little bit more there. Perfect. Very good. So you can see that where I placed my filler, and this will, the next few days, will sort of go down a little bit as we leave the other product there. All right, so I'm going to go to the other side. Come back to that. All right, so same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And a little bit more on this side. Okay. Looks good. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to create a little bit of a high cheek bone look, and that's very classic for someone who's looking for a more youthful appearance. How are you doing?
Good.
All right, excellent. So I have a little bit left, and what I'm going to do is I think I'll just place it a little bit more medial to the face and sort of create a little bit of a cheeky look. It's going to smile for me. So this is what we like. We want a nice full cheek there. So I think I'll do a little bolus technique there as well, so just relax. 1, 2. As you can see, I gave it a nice little lift. Very nice. Just smile away, girl. And relax. Very good. So that'll take care of the cheeks for now. All right, so now let's move on to that nasolabial crease. And she's had filler here before, but we're going to do just a tad over here. I'm also going to give her a little bit in this area here, right below the labial crease. As you can see, she is a little bit lost some volume here, so we're going to add that, and that's really going to do a nice job of balancing the face. All right, so one of the things that you want to make sure is that when you do find an injector, this person needs to know the vascular anatomy of the face. So one of the things that is really important is there's an artery that's called the angular artery, which goes right from the nose all the way down to the chin. And it's really important that the product does not get injected into that artery because it can cause some serious complications. But as long as you go to someone that knows what they're doing, you shouldn't have any problems. So one of the things that we do in order to avoid that is that I will, what I call, reflux my needle or my syringe. So here we go. So as I'm here, I'm going to pull back on my syringe. If I don't see any blood, that's great. That means I am not in that artery. And I'm going to do about 0.1 or cc's. Okay. As you can see, that already made that nasolabial crease sort of pop out a little bit. She did very well with that. I'm going to come back in here one more time, and I'm just going to go a little bit more lateral. Very nice. And again, it has a very natural look. And that's exactly what we're looking for. We don't want to make it look too filled, because we want to have that natural curvature. Okay, here we go. Same thing on this side. 1, 2, look. I'm going to pull back, make sure I'm in the safe zone. I am. Very good. Now, some of my patients do worry about bruising, and we can't promise that no bruising is going to occur, but I find that as long as you move nice and slow, you shouldn't have any major issues with bruising. So far, Fabiola's been doing great. No bruising so far. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to go a little bit toward the center. Perfect. Look at that, you guys. Nice and natural. You still want a little bit of that crease. That looks very natural, but you also don't want it to be too deep. Okay, so now I'm going to come back over here. And what I like to do is I like to fill this in area right here, right in this little labial crease here. And what that's going to do is sort of balance everything out. So I'm going to do what we call a fanning technique, which I'm going to come in here. Ready? 1, 2, look. And I'm going to just place my product in a retrograde fashion, meaning that I inject as I'm pulling out. Look at that. Sun tilt smile. So that's already popped out really nicely compared to this side. Very nice. Smile. Okay, same thing on this side. I'm going to come in here and fan some of the product. Very nice, Fabiola. Okay. How are you feeling? Good? Great. Excellent. All right. All right, well, I'm going to stop for right now. And how are you feeling? Good? No pain or anything? So she didn't even bruise. So as long as we move slow, I think we can accomplish this very nicely. She looks very natural, and she looks like she's refreshed, and that's what we're looking for. All right, guys, until next time, thank you.